DAV and auxiliary members are amongst the most dedicated volunteers in our nation. They give countless hours of compassion and care to our injured and ill veterans. To honor their service and contributions, the 2014 George H. Seal Memorial Trophies are being presented to individuals who represent the best of what volunteers mean to our veterans. The DAV George Seal Award is awarded to Army veteran Ernest L. Flynn. Ernie could have lived an inconsequential life of darkness, filled with anger or sorrow for himself, but that's not Ernie. Rather, he sets an incredibly inspirational example for his fellow veterans. Ernie was injured when a mortar exploded a few feet from him in Vietnam, but it wasn't until he returned home to Montana that he began to feel the effects. In 1974, he went deaf and blind. Both senses came in and out. By 1977, he was completely blind and partially deaf. Doctors later attributed the injuries to the fatal mortar blast. A life member of Chapter 10 in Billings, Montana, Ernie gives freely of his time at the Fort Harrison VA Medical Center and the clinics in Billings. Always upbeat and positive, he's known for changing other blind, injured, and ill veterans' points of view on their limitations and providing hope and guidance to lead them to new productive paths for life. He's given more than 12,500 hours over the past 19 years, volunteering as a veteran service officer, as a member of the VA Visual Impairment Services team, and as the Assistant Hospital Service Coordinator with the DAV Transportation Network. If John Kleindienst, our Acting National Director of Voluntary Services, could please join me. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, I'm pleased to present the George H. Seal Memorial Trophy to Ernest Flynn.
Okay. Thank you. It's an honor to be presented the George H. Seal Award. 18 years ago, next month, I'd retired from working for the VA, and coordinator was known as a happy hooker because he had two, all he had was, both his arms were missing, he had two hooks. So he called me down and he said, "Can you help me for a couple hours?" And that was in '95. Since that time, I've helped 6 HFCs get settled in their job. And it's been just really you don't get any more gratitude than helping these veterans get to their appointments. A funny thing happened the other day. A veteran called me and wanted a ride. That was Friday. He called me and wanted a ride to the clinic on Monday. And I was thinking about it. And that same veteran, I sent his original compensation claim to him in the early 80s. And at that time, he was a wreck. Poor guy, he couldn't hardly do anything but cry. And we got him 100%, got him rehabbed, and now, just the other day, I organized a ride for him to our clinic. So that's a good feeling when you can help somebody for 35 years and know you're doing some good. And thank you very much. It's just wonderful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ernie, and congratulations again. This year's DAV Auxiliary George H. Seal Memorial Trophy winner is Frederica Haymaker, a caring, devoted volunteer at the VA West Los Angeles Medical Center, where she makes an extra effort to help veterans feel dignified, even when suffering through injuries or poor health. A DAV volunteer driver, Freddie knows all the regulars by name and their routes by memory, treating each of her passengers as though she were picking up or dropping off an old friend. She's logged more than 1,000 hours a year over the past 4 years, constantly looking to provide more and better service. As the region's driver instructor, Haymaker shares her passion for serving veterans. She has also, whenever needed, stepped in to serve as DAV Transportation Coordinator for West Los Angeles. Please join me in welcoming Freddie Haymaker.
Good morning. This is so special, and I'm really honored and humbled. And I just want to thank all of you for being here today. We all try to fulfill the promise, and I'm often asked, who are we and what do we do? If we all go away from this conference and share that message with our friends and neighbors and families and our fellow veterans, we'll bring more and more health to all of those who have given so much for us. Thank you again so much.